Hi, dear friends. Good to be able to catch up with you, your brother here, Emmanuel. Just to share a thought with you about anger and bitterness. That, those are two elements that can actually hinder your prayers from being heard. Time and again, you will realize that we got so many issues in our lives that we engage in God to be able to respond to. We got many issues in our lives that we engage in God to be able to respond to. And often that we expect that God will do it, that God will move in our lives. But we do not get to realize that there are also factors that hinder our prayers from being heard. And I pray for somebody right now that in this year 2022, your prayers will not be hindered. Some of you are believing God for job opportunities. You will do everything in your power, that there'll be nothing that will stand in the way of that prayer that you're offering to God. Some of you believing God for marriage. Some of you believing God for business opportunities. You're believing God for capital. And out there, somebody's believing God for marriage. So you need to be able to do justice to yourself, in being able to nurture the relationship that you have with God. Because if your relationship with God is healthy enough that God is able to hear you, definitely you'll be among those that shall be dancing in this year 2022. And I pray to God that this year the Lord will step ahead of you, and that you equally arise and shine, and that you'll be among those that shall speak of the goodness of God. So have you been bitter with somebody? Have you been angry with somebody? Perhaps they have even moved on, but you're still bitter. They have moved on. You're still angry. They still have a life that is shining, and you're still in the dark, in oblivion, because perhaps you still have these levels of bitterness and anger. It is not of God. And the Bible says that anger should not be allowed to let the sun go down. So the sun should not go down while you're angry. So be forgiving, think through it, and process the fact that you need to be able to let go of that bitterness and that anger, that God may also be able to hear you. Shalom, shalom.